everything about the Madagascar palm. Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to talk about one of the most unique and special plants, the Madagascar palm, scientifically known as Pachypodium lamerei. This beautiful plant, with its unique appearance and easy maintenance, is an excellent choice for houseplant enthusiasts. Let's take a closer look at this fascinating plant together. The Madagascar palm Pachypodium lamerei is not related to true palms at all. This cluster-forming plant belongs to the dogbane family in the Pachypodium genus and is a succulent shrub. The Madagascar palm, identifiable by its dark green spear-like leaves, has a thick gray trunk that may also have thorns. It blooms every spring and early summer with small 4-inch buds. Its flowers are usually white. Plant a Madagascar palm in spring, and it will grow at an annual rate of about 4 to 12 inches, although reaching maturity and likely flowering can take over a decade. In its native habitat, it can grow over 20 feet tall, but it likely reaches 10 to 15 feet in outdoor spaces. The tree's thorns can cause injury when piercing your skin, and its sap is toxic to humans. Caring for the Madagascar palm. This tropical plant is native to southern Madagascar, so it typically thrives as a houseplant in most climates. It can also be kept indoors in cooler winter climates. Your Madagascar palm needs a space with a width of 36 to 48 inches. Place it in the ground or as potted plants on patios or indoors. You can grow this plant indoors in cool, wintry places all year round. Light grow your Madagascar palm in full sunlight and relatively warm temperatures. Indoors, place it in a south or west-facing window. Soil. The Madagascar palm can adapt to various well-draining soils. It grows in sandy soils near old sea hills, in limestone shale, etc. For the best results, use cactus compost. Maintain a slightly acidic to slightly alkaline pH between 6.1 and 7.8. Water. Allow the soil to dry between 2 waterings in spring and summer. Expect the leaves to shed in winter unless the plant is grown indoors, in which case it may retain its foliage. Water more whenever the surface soil dries. When your Madagascar palm is established, water it less, and even less in winter. Soil. The Madagascar palm can adapt to various well-draining soils. It grows in sandy soils near old sea hills, in limestone, shale, etc. For the best results, use cactus compost. Maintain a slightly acidic to slightly alkaline pH between 6.1 and 7.8. Water more whenever the surface soil dries. When your Madagascar palm is established, water it less and even less in winter. Fertilization. Feed the tree with a diluted, all-purpose indoor plant liquid fertilizer in early spring and early summer, or feed it with a low-nitrogen liquid fertilizer every 4 to 5 weeks. Whether you keep your plant indoors or outdoors, refrain from fertilizing in fall or winter. Continue watering and feeding whenever new growth appears. Pruning. Madagascar palms usually don't require pruning. However, this species actually has incredible regenerative properties. While it typically grows as a single trunk, sometimes it branches out after flowering or after pruning the main stem. To maintain a smaller size or attempt to create branching, prune the tree cautiously and cut it with sterilized pruning shears or a sterile garden knife to prevent infection. Propagation of the Madagascar palm. Propagating the Madagascar palm using stem cuttings or suckers that develop at the base of the tree is easy and quick. In late spring, propagate the Madagascar palm by taking stem cuttings. Follow these steps for propagation using stem cuttings. 1. Using a sterilized cutting tool, separate a stem cutting or a sucker from the main trunk. 2. Allow the stem to dry for a week to create a callus at the end. 3. Then plant the cutting in a well-draining soil mix or succulent potting mix. 4. Place the cutting in indirect light. 5. Only water the cutting when the potting mix is completely dry. Be careful not to overwater. How to grow Madagascar palm from seed. Growing Madagascar palm from seeds is not as reliable and fast as propagating from cuttings. However, if you have a plant outdoors, you can find seeds that develop from late summer to fall on the tree. Follow these steps for harvesting and growing seeds. 1. Allow the pods to dry on the plant, then collect and open them to release the seeds. 2. Soak the seeds in warm water for at least 24 hours. 3. Plant the seeds as soon as possible in the ground, spaced apart, or in a pot filled with succulent potting mix indoors. Place the pot under grow lights or on a heated mat. If you're planting the palm indoors and plan to transplant it outdoors, this tree grafts well. 4. Be patient, as the Madagascar palm germinates slowly, taking anywhere from 3 weeks to 6 months. In warmer temperatures, you can grow this succulent in a terracotta pot, not plastic, which can retain too much water outdoors in the summer. A terracotta pot that effectively removes moisture from the soil can help if you tend to overwater plants or expect heavier than usual rainfall. Choosing a container with proper drainage holes helps prevent root rot. Fill it with well-draining cactus potting mix to keep the plant dry. However, only water the plant when the soil has completely dried out. For an indoor or outdoor potted Madagascar palm, you may need to repot it every 3 years as it becomes thick, tall, and heavy. And if it doesn't fit in a larger, more durable pot, it may topple over. Always wear gloves and gardening clothing when handling this plant due to its sharp thorns. Common plant pests and diseases. This species is relatively resistant to disease, although it is susceptible to pests during flowering. Watch out for whiteflies, which can be eliminated with insecticidal soaps. If the plant shows signs of severe infestation, remove the affected parts. Several fungal diseases can affect the Madagascar palm indoors or outdoors, including leaf spots, botrytis gray mold, leaf rust in moist and humid conditions, powdery mildew, and southern blight gray mold. As soon as you notice fungal issues, treat them with fungicides. Alternatively, you can treat a Madagascar palm with a homemade fungal solution of sweet boiled water. If you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our latest educational videos. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments section. Until the next video, stay happy and energized.